What up? Yo, no theme song. It's just us.
Yo, welcome back. You know how we do. It's Thursday night right here. I got
Yeah.
plenty of special guests. Shout out to
Yeah.
Rhyme, the host right here. You feel me?
Yo, what up?
But
Rhyming in the house.
We got extra special people here today. This is your original group, right?
Oh.
Section 9.
Yep,
the one who
Section
started
9's
it
in the
all.
house. Right here, official.
We got Matt Fit
OG,
right here.
first class.
What up,
First
What
Mayhem.
name? Matt Trick, one of the OG. I say Section 9 is one of the OG Mayhem crews, right?
Yeah,
Section 9, one of the main early acts. First people trying to do it. What up, what up? Good to be back.
We got Doug D.
one and only Doug D, and I guess A.K.A. Saito D on the original tracks. But yeah, that was a
I remember one time he said, "Don't call me Doug on stage, call me Saito."
Yeah,
Oh, it's Saito?
Saito. Those codename personas, yeah,
That's dope.
like Bato over here, Bato-san, A.K.A.
What up, Packy Chan?
Nasty
here,
hair
Packy
for
Chan.
A.K.A.
Tune into his podcast too, right? When is it, Packy?
Every Wednesday.
Every
7
Wednesday.
PM.
Yes, sir.
No.
Yeah, Packy Chan.
And I'm rhyming. You already know. Rhyming around master.
The host
You know how
with
we
the
do it.
most.
Mayhem's finest in the house. That's how we do it. You know, Bands is always right here, represent. Shout
Yes,
out
sir,
to
yes,
Clash,
sir.
always backing us up on the cam. You know how we do it. John 2 times in the
John
house.
in the beach.
Yes, sir.
We
Yeah,
appreciate you all.
got the crew in here. Old school rap crew. We used to go back, way back, dog.
How back? How back?
Old school because
About a
we're
decade,
old. Old
little
school
more
because
than
our
a decade. A
style.
little more.
He said by the decade a little more.
A little more.
It goes
about,
more. Yeah, it's
About right.
It's been about let's see.
Easy.
14 years now.
Man, that's,
Yeah, lifetime.
that's a fucking.
Oh yeah, yeah.
About to hit our
13, 14, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Nah, these are
that's
the dudes
crazy.
I used to rap with. We shared mics, we shared booths, we shared stages, all that.
That's
We
crazy.
shared bars.
Definitely.
For sure we shared bars, you know, like, hey dog, I want
Oh,
you to
yeah.
say this. When
And
I-
y'all still
when I
here.
come in, you say that.
And I know there's a couple more members that couldn't make it. I know.
That's
fucking
right. The homies that
Shasta.
come through. Those are like Shasta was
Shasta
like
was
a
third
featured member.
generation.
Yeah.
Third
Last
generation.
couple
He's
songs.
like second class. You feel
Oh,
me?
okay.
He came in after, but he's always been around. That
Right,
fool was
right,
always
right.
at our shows.
That
He's always
feels
the
very.
homie. That's actually how I met Matt, by the
Through
way.
Shasta?
Fact.
Yep,
Mayhem
yep.
fact. If you guys didn't know, I met Matt through Shaz, right?
That's why he
No.
gets lots of props. I guess I wouldn't know any of you guys. It wasn't for him.
Yeah. Word up.
I
That's
wouldn't know any
right.
of you guys.
That's
It
the
wasn't for
homie.
him.
And I've known Shaz since way back. And shout out Shaz. He did that piece up there. The homies always represent, you know. But he couldn't make it. So, you know, eventually he ended up joining the crew. After he made some songs with us to refresh. That was dope. And then the homie KO, he was like the
Yeah,
laughing
KO.
man.
Early
you know?
feature.
Yeah, he was like the other first class rapper from the Mayhem. You know what I mean?
First class.
And he was always there when we were recording and vice versa and shit. Good times.
He said good times. Damn, over a decade. That's crazy. And y'all still here standing. That's the fucking beautiful part, though.
Yeah, well, I've known them longer. I've been knowing Ryman Doug. I've been knowing them since they were 16.
Damn.
And I was 19.
3 years older?
I used to fucking, I remember one time, one of the Harry Potter movies came out. Alright?
Always
the
dope.
very-
Harry
so the
Potter.
very-
The first Harry
The
Potter.
very first Harry Potter came out, right? I had just got out of work. This fool had just got out of work, but he was already tired because he was fucking working all late and shit.
that graveyard shit.
Oh, shit.
And I went up to his house, knocked on his window, and hey, Doug, let's go see the new Harry Potter movie. I got you, and I got some weed too. We'll roll some up.
If we just pulls the sack out, he's like, I got rolled a blunt. Stop. We're gonna watch these little kids flying around on broomsticks. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's how far back we go. And
I
shit,
was
dude.
like, yeah.
Is Harry Potter itself that old? What is that? Is that one of the trilogies? Or Lord of the Rings?
That was the first
That was
one.
the first
No,
one.
that was the first Harry Potter.
First,
and
the
then we
very
s-
first Harry
And
Potter
then we
movie that
saw it
came
over
out.
there in the Commerce Theater.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen any of those. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. I'm not anti-fantasy. I think Star Wars is my limit. You know what I mean? I don't even keep up on that anymore.
Harry Potter's dope. Fuck
For
y'all.
those of y'all who haven't seen this, Doug D, remind them what the fuck this crazy shit is that you just blew up, bro. You just blew up.
Throwback.
Ah,
I think
fucking
I think this piece actually predates the Mayhem. I got this from a very special person that was part of the production of Pink from Pink Floyd. Yeah, this cat worked. This cat was a sound engineer that worked on a couple of the Pink Floyd albums. and he couldn't take it to Australia.
That sounds really old.
And he was just like, you did a good job. I was very helpful in his move, so he just
He was
blessed
probably
me
the
with
only
it.
motherfucker in SoCal who even had one of these.
No, they had them at the dispensaries and stuff like that.
Right,
but
right.
who was really gonna pay like $600 for a vape?
That's what I'm
piece?
saying. You only seen them. You only seen them.
I mean, and they're that price right now. They still,
And it lasts that long. That shit hasn't fucked up.
Oh yeah. I mean, when you're blessed with something this nice, you gotta take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I was like,
Someone's
I'm
beating
gonna
on the door.
need a $350 deposit.
That's cool. Just leave me your firstborn child's blood right here. You can borrow it. You know. Which way you going?
That's right, man. Yeah, shit. That shit's a special occasion type shit. Thank you, D.
I
Appreciate you,
mean,
though.
and then
That shit tastes
topped
amazing.
off with a little bit
Yo,
of.
yo, yo, KO.
Oh,
We got
shit,
the
oh,
Laffy
shit.
Man.
Better late than never.
Right on
That-
time.
We're just talking shit. No, I'm just
We're just talking shit.
We
I mean,
were
we're
just
just
talking shit.
We're just
Speaking of the
talking shit.
devil,
I was
no, I'm just
talking.
playing.
Oh shit,
So-
we have to scoot.
So name yourself.
Name yourself.
Name yourself. I think he did that already.
Show your documents. Okay.
AKA Jesus Christ.
Oh,
A.K.
Jesus Christ.
Mr.
the
Anderson.
long awaited. Neo. Shit. How we gonna do this? Does he come out in that shot? No.
Doubt it.
It's too wide, huh? Let's see. Cause if he's just by himself in the bag, it's gonna be kind of. Okay, yeah, bring the stool. Shit, what a KO. Thanks for showing up, dog. Appreciate you. We're waiting. We're like, shh. What's up with you, big dog?
There's no excuse. It's only the
Nah,
truth.
Yeah, nah. It's
I had to
all
take
good,
care of my
Pedro.
little bro.
You came nah, it's all
Pick 'em
good.
up.
You came right on time, dog. We were just introducing.
We're just
ourselves.
going through the intros.
Intro, dacked out.
Talking about the homie Shast, right? And then, a matter of fact, Shast, because he became later on, he became a member of the Sec 9. And I met Shast through you, actually, right?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, way back, I'm a kid. That fool was a kid. He was like,
Shit.
right here for the total connection.
yeah.
Who?
No,
Kel?
you know what? And on a side note, while y'all in the same vicinity, I gotta give mad props to my two hip hop teachers right here.
Oh.
My first hip hop teacher, Mr. KO. My
Yeah,
second my second hip hop seafood right here, Mr. Ron Masson.
Yes, sir.
He's the one that introduced me to the wonderful world and enlightenment of freestyling. And then Mr. Ryman's the one that taught me how to refine and count my bars.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like,
The school of
without
life,
these
the school-
without these two cats bringing me out of my bubble, I would have never experienced so much dopeness in the last few good years of hip hop,
Before I graduated
Yo,
from the
Dougie.
Mayhop Hip Hop Institute.
I want to say that everybody got it in them. Everybody got it in them. Even Packy Chan. When I met Packy Chan, he added it in him too. He was rhyming about his brother experiencing some interesting experiences, and it was really dope because he was poetic and bringing it. I could see the potential in a brother. So it's all about elevation and bringing that forward and putting it to the cipher. Mashika Thiawi.
Hell yeah.
We move forward
so-
always, always forward.
Some motivational words. But you don't gotta lie to Packy, dog. You don't gotta lie to Packy like
Yo,
that.
I
No,
like,
just playing Packy.
KO's also my hip hop teacher. When I met him, the first time that we met it at a house. That house was a drug house.
Oh shit, trap house?
Drug house.
It was
Trap
a
house.
drug haven. So no
was in
matter
the
what
trap.
drug you did, you were welcome there.
What the
So
fuck?
one day I was there.
Where's that? No, I'm just playing.
One day I was there.
Some drug users I don't want.
I see
there, man.
see
don't know.
somebody. I see I'm at the house and I see somebody freestyling and it's this cat.
Oh shit.
Right? And then maybe 30 minutes later, the majority of the people in that house go and pile into the restroom because they're gonna go do hot rails. If you don't know what Hot Reels is, the motherfuckers they get a fucking a glass piece and shit. They heat it up and they do a line with it.
Why?
I have no
Of
idea.
amphetamine.
Right. That's
So while they were there, I started chatting it up with this cat, and he goes, "Hey man, let's go back to my pad. We'll smoke weed there." And then right there when we went back to his pad, the very, very, very first hip hop song,
doesn't sound that much safer.
the very first hip hop song he ever showed me was a Madlib song, Quasimodo. Move for me.
Ryman told me
Move for me.
very similar.
Yeah, so
Told me,
this
Kel, you're putting everyone on to good music.
Oh, party foul.
So what you said, Morpheus?
I just got beer all over me.
Oh, shit. Hey, hold on. This is what you get for making fun of me last week, bro. And it's worse now. now,
It was that beer.
oh,
you
it
know
wasn't
what was-
Ryman? It wasn't Ryman? Oh, fuck.
You know what was the icing on the topping of me meeting him?
What?
Was one time we were on the bus, and it was around the time when we had portable CD
Oh,
players,
yeah.
and we carried our fucking CD
Headphones
case and all that shit,
plugging
right?
shit.
He saw that I was bumping
shit.
like Nelly and all this whack ass music. He grabs the CD and throws it out the window of the bus.
Damn.
That's not real hip hop, fool. I'm gonna show you real hip hop, and he showed me what real hip hop was, bro. Shit.
Don't roll me one.
No, yeah, that was dope. Is that's how I mean, I had met Kale. You know, went to the same school and shit. But when he, I remember he was selling bootleg CDs and shit. And that's what I bought for $5. I bought it. The Quasimodo. No, the Quasimodo one. Yeah. The Unseen.
Oh yeah. That was-
Whole
Even
different
though I
shit.
made some music before I came with you guys, just a couple songs, I still feel like I kind of got like that elevation of skill and know-how
Oh, yeah,
from
bro.
working with Rami. You know what I mean? Remember when you guys had those papers on how to write the bars?
Oh,
and
yeah,
that-
yeah,
that
catchy
came with
bars.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I still use that method when I'm showing other people.
Nah,
When I was showing
structure.
Steven last month or whatever, I was still ever brought that back.
Nah,
Yeah,
structure, you know?
But like counting the bars is just one example. But yeah, like some of the more the
Yeah.
details I was missing. I could still make some music, but some of the you would tell me how many right. I didn't know how to count them. You know what I
Right.
mean?
No, yeah,
You know
I was
what's
a- I was a
hilarious?
geek. I was a
Find
geek.
yourself off beat now and then.
Yeah, no, talking about that. We actually we developed them together because I was having trouble. It's like I was like, what the hell do you mean about
What
bars?
You're
Doug
like, what
D
do you
was
mean
my
1,
guinea
2,
pig.
3, 4?
Yeah.
My guinea pig.
Pretty much. I was his first
And
guinea
Packy, 'cause
pig,
Packy didn't know shit about
and
timing,
we were
you know?
like,
and I was like, "Dog, I gotta
what
get
the
you
hell
on
do
the
you
time-
mean
on the
count
time."
bars?
Bars.
And then
You're like, what you mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4?
no, and then
You're like,
and
what the fuck?
he's like,
Loop within a loop.
he showed me like the music lines, and I'm like, well, let me see if I can emulate that, and I made that little template, you know, where like it showed the bar point, you know, and it was like the one.
That's
two,
crazy because a
three,
lot of
four.
motherfuckers nowadays do not know how to count bars or even like what the fuck. Like they don't even know if there's 4 counts in a fucking beat and shit. Like
Yeah, well, and see,
it's
like
crazy, and
like
it
I
shows
was-
in the music though.
I was telling
They're
Matthew,
like, what's a hook?
what went on, what the transition that we got going on in hip hop now is like back in the days, the beats were very basic, technology was basic, so the MC had to shine.
Had to do
Other,
more melodically.
yeah,
melodic
it had to
and whatnot.
it had to be more melodic because the technology wasn't there to correct the voice.
Your cadence had to be more of the flow versus the beat.
Exactly. Now you got these beats that are like ridiculously overproduced to where, you know, like the MCs just gotta be mumbling on some opiates in the background.
You know what? It's still alright.
Yeah.
What meaning your
Shit.
head or whatever?
Yeah, you know, like, you know, when you're under the proper intoxication, you feel that shit, you know.
How many bars? I don't know. That's funny. It was like that for me too. I had books. I had pages and pages of rhymes, but I couldn't like tell you how many each line was or how many bars each.
That's
Like I
kind
remember I used to write in like 4-line
Writing a
increments.
straight line and shit. Like,
That's kind of what
No,
the.
but I mean it don't mean I'm gonna land on the 4 at the end of the line. Like that's just a distance. That's just a,
Well,
There's
a
this guy
quantity.
Earl Sweatshirt that literally is not on beat, and like people like him. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
wait, what?
Some people are dope
Earl
off beat.
Sweatshirt.
What about him?
He's just off beat.
Some people are dope off beat. It's a rare talent.
Well, band shows me a lot
Some
of
people
shit
could
that
do it, yeah.
motherfuckers are not on beat, and people love that shit. Like,
Earl
people can do
Sweatshirt
it.
has a following.
4 of his songs.
well, not
Yeah.
him, but I know the other guys. Right? I'm always like, hey, bands, why
Smoke
this fool's not
Dizza is
rapping on
dope,
beat?
but he's more stony guy.
Some people
Suck,
are on
bro.
beat accidentally. They're just naturals too. You know?
Right. Right.
Talking about
Still can't quite figure
Well,
it out.
that's
Dude likes
that's
the
kind of how you
lowriders.
were. You know, when I met Matt, Matt was on time. Like
Well,
like
I'ma
KO
be
was
off
always
sometimes. I'll be off
naturally
beat
KO knew
sometimes.
what to do. I don't know, like KO has an intuition.
I love music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
music.
I feel that.
These motherfuckers are musicians and shit. You feel me? Like he already knew everything. And
Yeah, I couldn't
he
tell you
already
what a
had
musical
structure.
measure was at the beginning.
Yeah, Doug D and Packy were, because I got it from making beats. You feel me?
Right,
Mostly,
right.
I would say. Of course, I listen to music, but when I started making beats, it was beats is all about. Yeah, beats is all about. If you make a beat that doesn't, it's not on time, then you're gonna tell right away.
Oh yeah, I'll
So,
start clashing
yeah,
and shit.
Like, so when I was making
Good
beats,
time.
I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense, because the rhyme goes on the beat, you know. So the way the beat structure is like, okay, that's how you structure bars. No shit, right? And you always hear rappers talking about bars,
But he's on.
but that was dope. That was fun times.
Some people are perfectly off too, right? Perfectly
Currency.
off beat.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
land
yeah,
on the
yeah.
off beat, and it's enough like emphasis in the wrong area. You know.
Me personally, I just tripped out. I tripped out the fact that even though I didn't know about counting bars, snares, or anything like that, Rhyme and Doug still asked me to be part of Section 9. Even though I didn't know none of that shit. They showed me.
I still
How
remember
to
the first
properly
verse I
count
heard
your
of
bar.
yours
Damn.
was "Break It Down."
How was it?
Break it down. Remember "Break It Down"?
Which one was it?
His first
Um,
verse.
man,
You remember?
if you like give me the first 2 lines, I'll give you the whole thing. That was the first verse you guys ever heard, and I was like, okay, dope. Yeah. Break it down.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Ryman,
It's
you
way back.
That was way back.
It's like a.
Do
12
you
years.
remember?
Pull up the file.
I remember.
Pull up the file. No, you got it.
But it was aggressive. It was dope. He was like, he used a good vocab.
I'm gonna soldier on a mission with the hip hop coalition.
Yeah.
Oh!
Did you write it?
That was a good
Did
one.
you write it?
I agreed to it.
Yeah.
You gave me the okay. See
And
what
an
was
editor
dope?
too.
What was dope working with them too? Well,
That's another fun fact is that if in order for you to like record the shit back in the days, Rhyme had to approve the verse. And there was actually a story where me and Peggy Chan were trying to sneak a song past this guy.
remember
Yeah.
remember that
Hey,
day?
still
The
to
Just
this
a
day,
Tip
he has to
song.
approve.
Remember?
Like we're
Hey,
literally
it
like, yo,
hasn't
we
changed yet, dog. He still has to approve. it to
yeah,
this
we're
day.
like, no, we're like,
Oh,
Hey,
We're like, yo, we
best
gotta
time
put this
ever.
on.
One of the craziest fucking best times I had recording with KO was at the Mayhem in Compton when we were in the booth for like a good 30 minutes trying to
30
record a track. Remember that shit? We were in there for like 30 minutes trying to fucking lay that shit down. It was a track.
No, 30 minutes, my ass. You
More like
guys
3
set.
hours, huh?
You guys set the
3
all-time
hours.
take record of what?
Nah, they didn't.
It
was somebody else.
No.
But let's just say
No.
it was like 300.
They were the first
Damn.
ones though.
No, they tested me for sure. That was dope. Shout
No,
out.
they were
Shout out to the homies.
the one. They were the
Testing me as
ones
an
Wait,
that
engineer.
held.
you were rapping?
They were
No,
the ones
engineer.
that held the first
Okay.
record.
Yeah.
Yeah, of most takes.
30 takes.
Oh,
It's not
shit.
my day.
Get just like that.
30 takes in. It's not my
Take a
day.
hit from the
That's
bar.
Packy though.
Like, that's it. I'm done trying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
found something.
right.
Yeah.
Because it was all
I
intricate.
haven't come up with a new flow by then. No,
I think so.
that's not it.
No, I know. But it was all intricate. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them stick, right? They stick for permanent. Like there's no. You give me the beat in the first line.
Some shit I don't remember.
Stone Age Anthem. Which one's that? I came at the
Wait,
very
wait,
end.
wait. Oh, you know what?
I know this guy
The
does.
very
You
first
just
time I went
saw
to the
dog.
commerce spot,
Take a hit from the
the
bar.
security asked me where I was going,
Yes.
and I had to say Stone Age Mag, and that's all I ever knew.
www.stoneageman.com.
That location was kind of dope.
Actually, I would say the Stone Age Mag crew was the beginning of the Mayhem crew.
Yeah, it was pre. Yeah.
It was like the
Pre-Mayhem.
Hey, speaking
Because it was the same people.
Someone named Stone Age.
Yeah, that's
fucking
why.
follows
That's
me.
why.
In Compton, you guys called it Mayhem still?
no,
That's where we got it.
started calling it Mayhem
Right.
because it looked like the Project Mayhem house. 'Cause it was
Gotcha.
That's right.
And started using
Oh,
that
pass it.
word. Started using that.
Oh yeah. originally it was the Stone Age crew because we were running the film crew, running around filming shit. Shasta Rasta Scene was actually part of the Stone Age crew. All of us are OG Stone Age until we went into the Dougie D's house in Compton, and then that's when it became the Mayhem house because it looked like the house in the Fight Club movie when they started doing the Project Mayhem. It was kind of busted, but it was like a lot of love and it was a lot of energy, a lot of like fucking testosterone in that fucking spot, you know?
I bet, right?
It was like, yo, we gotta be better than what we are now. Like everybody, like let's bring it. And then
if I remember correctly, there was a few scuffles there. Remember?
oh yeah,
Remember
somebody
the
touched
Fight
my
Club
chicken.
freestyle tournaments? Those were dope too.
Oh
It was
yeah.
That was
freestyle
part of
tournaments,
it.
but it wasn't battles. It wasn't battles.
MMA.
Yeah, it was freestyle competition. It wasn't battles. It wasn't pick
It
apart.
wasn't 1-on-1. It was 3. It was
It wasn't pick apart your
three,
opponent. It
three.
was just
3 at the same
yeah.
time. Well,
Yeah,
technically it was a battle.
We had a
and it
tier
wasn't a
system.
battle.
Yeah, we had a tier system and everything. It was dope. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah. And I remember back then too. Like, if you could write and not freestyle, I lost a little respect for your MCing. You know what I'm saying?
That was the
If
real
you could
deal.
only do one, I lost a cunt hair respect there.
I remember I even sponsored some of the prizes. We even gave like a ticket to the
Yep,
smokeout
yep.
one year, and we gave like $100. Yeah, like we would put.
I remember that first one was dope. Was that
Shaggy's house.
right?
Yeah.
money on it.
I lost in the
Yeah, that way
semifinals
it's like, yo, you
to
wanna
Hemp,
win.
and then the KO beat Hemp in the finals.
I never made it out of the first round.
KO.
Wait, I did one time.
I think I won
One
the
time I
first one,
did,
and then
but I didn't.
tried
I didn't make
out.
it to the third round.
And then I wind up like I figured like if you win,
have
you
the
can't
heart.
just keep winning. We don't want the same winner over and over. So then
Bro,
like it was
all I
like,
know
it
is
was
that
like the tiebreaker
all that
vote
shit sharp,
or whatever.
Then I remember all of a sudden, like one round, Ryman was like, "All right, we can go personal on this one." I was like, "Where's that
yeah,
from?"
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
"Where?"
Make it
I remember
spicy.
Derringer had a good round.
You gotta talk shit on purpose. Yeah.
See, those shit was dope because it was at somebody's house. It was the homie's house, back house. And
Yeah, that was dope.
Shag Luga.
Lugers.
Yep.
No, the one you talking about, I think we did it here because we did some at the end. We did like 1 or 2. We did here.
It started at Shaggy's house. That's where it
There was one or
started.
two. It was at least 1 or 2 at Shag's. Yeah.
Dog, Ardos was there. Seth was
Because
there.
I was like living in Downey. I remember I fucking walked there. Shaggy. Shaggy. Yeah.
There is.
I got like a little
There
bit
is
of-
video footage. Shaggy's an old school homie.
producer,
See,
dude?
that's how old school it is, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know. You never met Shaggy.
He must be about 50 right now. Huh?
Shag Luga. Him and his wife, we live up in a Big
Hey.
Bear now.
Yeah. Okay. I can see them doing that.
Hey, but we could go on for days and right here talking bands. Ask us a question though, real quick though, because we'll chat for days, my dog.
Yeah.
We will,
Bunch of old people.
which I love that.
Remember?
Alright.
But
What's
you're a
the-
young ass dude, dog. I was in fucking high school bumping hip hop when you were just born, dog. So ask us a question that what you think? Cause what do you think? Just hit us with
Nah, I
something,
got
dog.
you.
Got me.
Well,
Got me.
What's your guys' like fucking worst experience ever, like as a team going and doing something like the best, like the most failure, like fuck, like damn.
I can think of
Did that really happen? Like, did that really just fucking happen?
Yo,
Dude,
do y'all remember the curse of the Daz Dillinger show? No, do it. No, what was his name? Something Dillinger. That kept Mike. No, what was his name? The one where we kept trying to go to his show, and every time we go to his show, it got canceled. It was Mike something. That cat played the drums, and he was the MC. Was it?
Mike Manson.
Yeah. Remember that cat? It was somebody that you were associated with, and like he played on his sets. He played the
These
the
stoners don't
drums
remember
and
shit.
freestyle. Yeah, Mike Manson, cursing of Mike Manson. Like we went three different times to 3 different shows, and each show got fucking canceled out. How far were they? Oh, some of them were whack. One was in Long Beach, the other one was in DT, and then another one was in like Little Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about shows when like there's 3 or 4 people in the crowd. Fuck it, I'll do those with a smile. You know what I mean? One thing I can remember, a quicker story, was remember when we went to it was supposed to be like a multi-genre show. It was reggae, jungle, and we were gonna do a couple of hip hop acts. We were gonna do that for Yarf. What was their crew called? Sensi Vibes. right? And they're like, damn. They're like, damn. There's 4 of you guys. We're down to 3 mics. An hour later, we're down to 2 mics. Hour later, we're down to 1 mic.
What the
But you guys were like, you guys still want to do it? Just pass it?
Relay race?
Nah, we won't do it. We're not
Fucking
gonna,
relay race?
well, next time, man.
Because the shit is that we were. Oh, by the way, we rehearsed all our shit. Right, we're on point. Section 9, we always rehearse our sets. Fucking Kale, we
Try to
always.
get the reps in, yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get the reps in.
So we rehearse with 4 mics, and sometimes we rehearse 3 mics.
we also
So we
give them heads
so
up.
so because we're so
Try to
many
find
on
out how many we're
stage,
gonna have.
it was kind of important, right? And that shit
No, yeah. Hell yeah.
threw us off, though.
That's a good one I can remember.
Even with 2 of them.
Besides all the times Dougie D didn't show up at the last minute and we had to remember his verses and shit.
Relay race.
Besides those.
I wasn't gonna
But-
say nothing, but
I think it
Yeah,
was no
that's
big
true.
deal.
And there was
well,
Doug
you know,
Namek.
The last
It's
one was
stunt
bad.
double.
A couple years ago, that was bad. But in the past, I'd say no sweat.
The stunt double, Doug Namek. Doug Namek. Okay, mine's was, check it out. I brought this guy, one time I was chilling here and I brought this guy over to buy some weed off me and he's a millionaire, right? So this guy tried to, this guy tried to like appraise everybody and see how much
What you-
everybody was worth.
What the
Like,
fuck?
so he brought out like a wad of cash and was like, yo, how much is a lot of money to you? And he would try to like
I think you
figure
told
out,
me this story.
yeah, how much you're worth. And then
Uh-huh.
after he tried to figure out what everybody is worth, he was like, okay, you're not worth shit. You're worth something.
Oh damn.
And you know what's crazy? He told me that my boy Paggy Chan was worthless. I should just
Oh,
throw him in the trash. And I was like, how you gonna say that to like somebody who's been like my day one, like my
That's
fucking.
fucked up.
That was fucked up. That was his assessment of Paggy. Yeah, so basically he tried to find everybody who was like
Fucking
worth
weirdo.
money and buy them out. And then when I realized that he was trying to do that, Sam.
Buy them out. Wait, what do you mean
Sam.
buy them
He
out?
was trying to buy everybody out. He was trying to find a way to like put money in everybody's hands so they could do whatever he wants them to do, as opposed to what we already
yes
have
man.
going on. No, it was just money. It was a money. It was a
Oh
money
shit,
move.
literally.
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
it was just strictly money. So then when I told him to go fuck off and like to eat shit and like burn in hell and like nobody's gonna tell me
As
what
you
to do,
should've.
then he like fucked me over, got me kicked out of the spot, had everybody like turn against me, and like I was like 86 from the whole camp for a bit, and it was whack. Like that was like the worst part.
Where was that?
That was here.
And you got kicked out?
Yeah, I got kicked out, everything. Like even though everything was under my name, like all the bills and all the fucking leases and contracts and everything. Yeah, he like pretty much like fucking came up with this whole story about how like I was making money and all this other bullshit and told the landlord that and like how like it was just bullshit basically. And then instead of them like actually negotiating with me, like everybody else got to keep what they wanted except for me. Like I got the ass end of the deal and like I got booted.
That was the
So-
early days here?
That was like the first year here.
I have a small memory of that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
That shit was like, yeah, when it first started. But it was cool because then I had to like start from scratch again and like come up. But yeah, that was the most fucked up
That
thing
fucking sucks.
because it was like money just fucked up the whole shit. Like it wasn't even about like the homies anymore. It was just about the money. So like, yeah, that was whack. Yeah. And then the funny thing
I
is,
see that with the industry a lot.
and then after all that, nothing really happened. So like, it was like kind of like a waste of money, waste of time.
I feel it. Ryman, what's your memory, dog? Did I already
like
say it?
Shit like that, like what Matt's talking about, just showing up to shows and
Yeah, I know you hate that
And
shit.
I remember
You
blanking my
hate that
lines
shit.
once.
you're trying to rap and or DJs trying to fucking scratch while you're rapping and shit. Like that shit was whack, dog.
That
Like-
sounds whack. Oh yeah, when they try to put drops and all other shit.
Like what the
shit.
fuck?
Like, what
no,
are you
I'm
doing?
rapping like with the crew, dog. What are you doing? That was right. Yeah, yeah. We
That's
used to
what I
actually
take
have a
you in after
DJ
that?
resident. Do you remember his name?
I
He
remember
was
Resident,
part of
yeah.
the crew.
Who's that? What the hell?
Yeah,
DJ
no, he
Resident, he was
DJ
he would
yeah.
back us up when we do what Urban Underground.
Yeah.
So when they
Airliner.
wouldn't, you would be the DJ?
No, he was a DJ. He was an official DJ.
Oh,
He
shit.
was like a dope DJ, and he would do scratches. And there was a
KO
time
did
like
stage-
maybe
stage
It was
D-
like legit.
DJ a couple times for us. Right?
yeah, he was.
He's got to be on the same page. Just a couple timings. Couple
Urban
switches.
Underground sounds familiar.
But it
It was
matters.
at the airline.
It matters.
Oh, at the airliner? Yeah, I know which one.
There you go.
That's why you guys like me as DJ.
The airliner has a lot of good shows. Also
But there would
Los-
be sometimes we
Los
go to shows
Globos.
and the
They
DJ
still doing that there?
didn't even know
Yeah.
us, and they would try
like
to.
pre-
Across the street?
stages.
Let's go.
Yeah, that shit was whack.
Los Globos still got that shit.
Wow. What kind of genre?
That was
they
the
do
reason
there?
why Ryan
remember
liked me to
Remember when
DJ
we performed at Los Globos?
because I wasn't scratching on your shit.
Ryan,
Yeah, I
remember
already
when we
knew the
performed at Los
time.
Globos? Remember when we performed at Los Globos?
There was times
yeah,
too.
recently. It was like a year ago.
Oh, wow.
There was times too where they try to cut our. They try to cut our set
Oh, yeah,
short.
2
Yeah, I
years.
remember one time Packy had
Cut
to
you guys
look up.
short?
Packy had to look up one time and said, "Now we're gonna finish."
Oh shit, Packy was
They try to
about
cut our
he
set
was
short,
like
bro.
Manner.
He'd be like, I'm gonna show you. I'm
Like
called
they tell
Packy
you a certain
Tran.
amount of time, but like, hey, fool, you can only do like 10. Right? No, we're not gonna do 10 minutes. You told us fucking 15 minutes, motherfucker. Fuck you.
2. I hate that shit.
Just like
Or it'd be like, pick your favorite song. They're like, pick your
whack
best song.
promoters. Whack promoters is one of the things that to this day there's still a lot of whack ass promoters
Oh,
and
big
shit
time.
taking
Yeah.
advantage of artists and shit.
That's why you don't hear promoters.
It's a tough game. It's a tough game.
There's a lot of
It's
whack
hard to
promoters
do,
that take
bro.
advantage of you.
I only met like one cool one. One probably.
It's always been bad promoters. It's part
I
of
need
the
to meet
game.
more.
And those bad promoters,
that's a good
those
quote.
bad promoters attract bad artists. So good,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Fuck, go that way.
What used to trip me out, Urban Underground, was the variation, right? I remember there'll be like people go on before us, and they'll be trying to sound like somebody on the radio or try to sound like
Yeah, no,
something jiggy.
They give
Or like
everybody
the
a
or,
or
chance.
like
yeah.
the opening artist. the
Yeah, or just, and then you'll get the next guy who's like
main artist.
thinks
they try
he's
to sound exactly
fucking-
like him.
straight up, doing deaf poetry or something, and then it could be back to back any combination of like hip hop styles, and then what I mean, hip hop spectrum goes from there to there. Dude.
No, yeah, that shit could literally. I seen on some story that
I still remember these kids. It was one night when Packy was hosting downstairs, and they were like, must have been barely legal, and they had this hook that was like. She said she's 18. She said she's 18. What the heck I look
What
like?
the
Checking
fuck?
ID.
Oh no, checking ID.
And I never forgot that.
Who said
They
that?
got me, right? They got me. Because I never forgot that verse.
Checking
She said
ID.
she's 18. She said she's 18. What the hell I look like? Checking ID.
No, I seen on Instagram some girl was rapping and then all of a sudden she started doing the handstand and started twerking and splits and twerking and a backflip and I was like, what the fuck?
She spent all her spare time at the mall.
One of my
Something on the wall.
throwbacks at the Urban Underground that made me feel fucking real East Los is when we had that show with like those Southsider rappers, and they were
Oh,
fucking
shit.
representing Monte, and then that's all night. That's all you heard. We want Monte, Monte,
What the
Monte.
fuck?
Monte.
Hey, was that in that middle area that they had for a while there, outside patio area? I
was-
remember one night there, I felt like they really lumped us in with like Chicano rappers. I was like, all right.
and it
damn.
went
Oh damn.
Like that was not our style.
like, God,
minus
I'm
a
like-
verse, minus a line or two.
I
you
was
know?
like, are we at a car show or are we at the Urban Underground?
They're like Section 9.
fashion wise, that style's kind of
Okay.
coming back, huh?
The thing is, look at the
Back on
the airliner.
forefront, yeah. It's like half Chola, half Nelly Furtado kind
Here's the
of
thing: at the Urban Underground,
Big loops.
if you wanted to perform upstairs at the Urban Underground, you had to pay. You had to sell
Yeah, I remember
tickets.
that, yeah.
So
Oh,
if you
yeah,
wanted to
good
perform
old
for
days.
free, then that's what your choice is: downstairs or outside.
Right.
And there was always a lot of whack artists and
free.
shit.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
We were whack artists, dog. I'm sure we
Some
were
of the
whack
earliest
artists at some
ones.
time. I'm speaking for Section 9, Kale. Not, But Section 9 for sure. I know we were whack. Like,
The Angry
Like-
Man.
dog.
Angry Man Day.
Well,
No,
I think
in
you
the
guys paid a
sense-
little bit of dues before I got there.
Well,
That
in the
kinda
sense where
made me feel a little
where
better.
we were fresh, we were new. You know what I mean? You're fresh on stage, Dick. You're just learning. And I know, of course, in our heads we're super dope. No, get me wrong. In our heads we're like, hell yeah, we're killing it. But because I'm the analytical guy, I know for sure we got better.
Oh,
because
definitely.
because I noticed the difference
Definitely,
when we
yeah.
got better. Oh, okay,
like,
okay,
that's how you
it's a
do
big
it.
difference. You feel me? And people would give me feedback like, okay, cool, like dog.
Good shit.
And sometimes I'll see some video, be like, oh shit, okay, for sure. But I always knew that the idea is to get better. Dog. How the fuck, how the
No,
fuck?
that was the place to
You can't start
fail.
off with
Yeah.
superstar.
That was the place
And
to
so
bomb,
shout out
yeah.
to them, right? Because they gave everybody
Yep.
opportunities.
Get
and,
some
and like Pac said, if you want to
experience.
pay, you could be on the big stage.
Urban Underground. What was Homegirl's name who ran it?
Gigi,
Gigi, yeah.
yeah,
And then
Gigi
DJ
and
Leviathan,
and
right?
Leviathan. Yeah, and what And this is the dope part. It's
Sounds
like
They retired.
there was a lot of dope fucking artists that performed there that gave us pointers. You know what I mean? Like fucking well-known artists, bro. Well-known artists and shit that were like, hey man, I like your stuff, but you know maybe you do it this. Oh, okay, and it helped us improve, bro. It helped us improve, and I'm grateful for that because if it wasn't for them,
Oh yeah,
bro,
like you gotta give big ups to Alex, aka Two Mex.
too bad.
Always an enlightening word, man. It was always blessed whenever like he dropped even just like oh yeah, just even a little, like nice set,
How's his health nowadays?
You know what? I haven't kept too much about it, but I heard.
Didn't he have like another health and one more like big health scare after the amputation, I believe?
Yeah, so I mean, it's been a touch and go, man. But
He lost his leg. He's going through dialysis.
Yeah.
All this shit, but he's still around. He's still around, but yeah, dude, we got a lot of pointers from a lot of fucking dope artists and shit that helped us craft our skills better and shit. And the fact too that every time all of us got together, we pushed each other. Like we would fucking have our freestyle sessions, but we would throw jabs at each other just to fucking sharpen our tongue. Like, yeah, you can talk shit if you want. Go ahead, talk as much as you want. Like, that gives me a reason to sharpen my tongue and talk shit back, and vice versa. And that's
It was a dojo.
and that's exactly how we were able to become what we became because we kept as brothers we kept pushing each other. We kept like
Y'all
no,
kept
we,
it real too.
it's
That's
like
why
no.
the Freestyle Fight Club was everything, yo. Like
The freestyle.
the Freestyle Fight Club. Okay,
Light?
so the Fight Club.
Fight.
So there's three. There was
Oh
so
yeah.
there would be three
Freestyle
MCs,
Fight
right?
Club.
They would start off on the same beat because they all have like
Right.
a foundation. They all
Okay,
start off on the
yeah.
same track. But then after the first round, everybody gets feedback. The only people who get to vote are the people who are participating.
Yep. The
Wait,
Because if you're not
What?
participating, then you can't vote because nobody gives a fuck about what you have to say. But not
Yeah,
only
bro.
do you actually get to vote, but you have to say why you vote, and you got to
Oh,
give
that's
every
crazy.
single person feedback, like
On some
gotta break
real
it down,
shit.
break
So
it
it was on
down.
some real
because
shit.
then you would
It
get
was crazy,
feedback
though.
so they can get
Yeah.
better.
That's dope as fuck.
And then so they check in where they're at on the first round. In the second round, they all get different beats because at that point they're no longer equal. They already have a vantage point.
Hey.
They have a disadvantage
Wait,
point.
how many artists?
It would be 3 at a time,
But it
per
was like-
round.
12? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Also,
It had to be multiples of threes. It had to be
groups of three groups of three.
No, it would only be
multiples of
3
threes,
MCs
so it'd be
at a
like
time.
so it'd be like 15.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
it'd be
in
three.
total.
It'd be featherweight, midweight, and then heavyweight. And
Yeah,
then,
I- eventually I
winners-
did that. Yeah, we
the
did that.
three
yeah.
people would go against each other.
We have enough
So
time for that.
the three
Damn.
people who would win the 3 categories will go against each other in the final round.
Okay.
Right,
And
because
then
I
it's like
kind of knew who was good,
who was
by,
good.
by
Who
then.
But the
Kill
second
it.
round,
By
no, the
then.
second round would have
You know
a
what's
different
crazy?
beat.
Like that's I've always been inspired by UFC, dog, and Matt knows how much I
UFC?
like that's what inspired me
That
to do all
fighting?
these little tournaments.
Combat's a metaphor for life.
That shit
What was
like
dope
fire.
is
What is
But
that?
it wasn't even. It
Combat's
wasn't
a
even really
metaphor
a
for
battle.
life, yeah.
It
no.
was more
See,
like,
this is what's
Heard
dope
'em.
because there was times where the final
That's dope as
round.
fuck.
sometimes the featherweight would
That's
still
dope.
take the
Yeah,
heavyweight.
yeah.
you would
Damn.
never
Sometimes
know.
the final
Yeah.
round, bro. The final round will be a heavyweight, a middleweight, and a featherweight.
Oh, what the fuck?
And the
All adding,
featherweight will
adding.
kill it and shit. Like,
Yeah, you would never know. You would never know who would win
The
because it was
featherweights.
about who's more hungry.
And then the crowd, right, would get the
The crowd would be hyped, but the crowd couldn't vote. It was only people.
only if it was a tie. Only if it was a tie, then the
If
crowd
they get, like,
voted.
loud?
You can get points if the crowd
Like, hey.
You feel me? Like eventually, in my head, I was like, okay. I don't
My thing was I didn't want it to be unfair.
Like
I wanted,
the
don't
like the
think I made it
crowd's
official.
response.
feedback was the whole point of it.
Yes,
The feedback
exactly.
was actually
Because there was
everything.
times where at the end we'd had like a crowd. But, when we first did it, it was just the homies, right?
Like finals and shit.
But eventually we had a
We filmed
crowd.
that shit. We should have
I
filmed.
want to
know
meet
we
this
filmed
fucking
that
shit.
No, we
Shaggy,
do.
dog.
No, I got footage.
It's all of
And
that
D
shit
has
got
footage.
footage.
D has footage.
Yeah, that shit all got
Oh yeah,
filmed.
we have footage.
Footage, damn.
So
I
that
need
was
to
the
see
thing.
that. I
Is,
need to
it
see
was a
that,
thing
dog.
about seeing where everybody was at.
For real. But what happened?
It was about seeing where everybody was at, like, and check in and then get better because the feedback is what made you better. Without feedback, it'd be
Facts.
stupid.
Right.
Like, if people
Feedback.
just voted, then it would be lame. But the thing was that the only people who got to vote was your peers because they understood what it is. I know when you freestyle. I know when you're bullshitting. I
Right.
know when you're just
Yeah.
fucking bluffing.
Only-
Same
you
all
only
that
know
shit.
if you're
Because I'm
involved,
an
right?
MC just as much. So the only people who got to vote was the MC. The crowd couldn't vote because it would just be like,
Yeah, no, yeah,
they
I
don't
feel that,
participate.
yeah.
If you don't participate,
It could
you
be
can't
biased.
vote.
It'd be like
Yeah, they couldn't vote.
random type.
Yeah.
It was only like because you knew, like, damn, yo, you killing it.
Some real opinion type
Real
shit.
opinion
some
because
real
everybody
facts.
who was voting actually had skills, so they can actually speak on others' skills.
That's
And the
dope.
feedback was an important part because once you got checked in and everybody told you your feedback, you knew what to do in the next round.
That's
Yeah.
You're like,
that's
I'm
true.
gonna fuck this round up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
True,
And
that's
then you just
true.
use that as your advantage to like in the second round. And if you don't win the second round, at that point, fuck, you fuck.
Yeah,
You
fuck
done
it.
skis.
Dead,
Out.
Yeah.
But by then you should have used it. And then if when you advance to the next one, that's when it would be the featherweight,
And then the
middleweight,
best,
and
how
the
the best is the
heavyweight.
best. Damn.
The best of all, the 9. It would be the 3.
Tournament,
And the 3 would
dog.
just go at it.
15-man
good.
tournament, 12-man tournament.
Yeah.
She was fun.
How
it
were
was
the
fun.
beats chosen?
Freestyle Fight
How were
Club.
the
It was
beats
fun,
chosen?
educational, and at the same time, it was like a work. It was competition. It was a competition. It was a freestyle competition.
It
you
was
know?
good because
So
then
you-
your freestyles got better.
Yeah,
Oh, hell
exactly.
Yeah. Keeping that shit on
Like
check.
Packy didn't really
Who chose
freestyle,
the
right?
beats?
And
Who
then
chose
as
the
soon
beats,
as
Oh,
we
then we
finished
had
with
live
those, he
beats
was
too.
on point.
It was always live beats.
And it was
never-
different.
Bro, I was
than,
always
all
scared.
original beats.
I was always
Never
scared to
know. There was
freestyle.
Yeah, it was.
It was
That's
all
right.
original beats, by the way, by in-house producers.
Wait, every session? Every time?
Every session, every session.
Really?
It was a new beat.
No.
Nah, but live DJ.
Playing their shit live.
Oh, that's dope.
So wasn't no CDJ, no fucking instrumentals from YouTube,
yeah,
no
hell yeah.
bullshit beats. It was all.
You gotta adapt to the
all
beat
in-house.
given.
In-house,
Gotta adapt to the
Everything was
beat
all
given, yeah.
in-house.
in-house beats.
By the in-house producers.
And then it said,
Yeah.
this actually helped me. This helped me shake the cobwebs, like the nerves and the scare of freestyling. I was always scared to freestyle because there's so many fucking people.
And it
out
was
there
different too.
that's
Like it wasn't battle raps where like we make fun of each other kind of thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? So it was a whole different. Yeah, that's a whole different game right there. That's like
Boom.
that
So-
when you do that all the time, you gotta like constantly think about like.
being part of the competition.
Yeah.
Being part of the competition forced you to put your fucking lace up your boots and jump in there and shit freestyle.
Got to.
And because of that, on my nerves, like okay, boom.
Anyone came with some shit written, they just memorized it.
Oh, we all
Nah, you
knew.
can
We all
tell.
knew. We
You
all
can tell.
we've
That's
called
why
out.
you
We
would
called
vote- you
out
would
quite a few people with that shit. Yes,
What they say?
You
we
could call
called
them
out people. Hey, if we catch you freestyling, we know we're all MCs. We
That's
know
what
when
we
your
do.
shit's
Vote for you.
freestyle.
You
So
get
Right.
eliminated.
I'm not talking about a filler line now and then you need it to keep it going. That's fine. But you try to put together a 4-liner that we all heard already. You know what I
That's what they
usually,
get.
like,
They don't
you
get
know,
voted for.
mean? Right.
in-house, we're all familiar with each other. You know, like
That
throughout,
part.
That.
throughout through the so many ciphers and sessions and
Yeah, I wish it was
and
like
chilling, and then it was just like, you know when somebody was bullshitting and when somebody was keeping it real, you know?
They go too
Hell yeah. The freestyle, see, that was the whole metaphor behind Fight Club was a bunch of everyday frustrated cats just needed an outlet, you know, and it's just that release, whether it was physical confrontation, lyrical. Sometimes you need to vent, but sometimes words aren't enough. You need to compose something that just like that'll let you harmonize with yourself and with things around you. You know what I mean? And that was our form. That was our form of venting.
There is no
And
law.
like,
There is no
yeah,
law.
and it
There
was-
is the law.
Yeah.
There is the law. There is the law.
Yeah.
Tell when you had a bad day.
Yeah, because when somebody walked in on a bad day, you know, they just like, yeah, or it wasn't even about battling with each other and nothing like that. It was
Emotion.
Express yourself.
it was just expressing whatever you got going on in the day, whatever you got going on around you, whether it be situational, personal, emotional, metaphorical, abstract, fucking finite, whatever it was, whatever it may be, it was never intentionally towards each other. And even the banter that went back and forth still wasn't like, oh, we're just gonna sit here and think of fucking negative mama rhymes and all this crap. Nah, it was just like,
Deep
you know,
rooted.
like deep rooted,
Hell yeah.
like true
But it was
expression. you
one
know?
Genuine
against
shit.
two. It was never one-on-one.
Oh, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
That's
I
just
It
mean,
was
fun.
never one-on-one. It was always one against two.
people is 1-on-1, 3 people is a cipher right there.
What? Grab the mic.
exactly.
That's right.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, the idea was to create a cipher effect, so we had 3 people as
Cypher
opposed to
effect.
2 people. You know, that's automatic.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
But when you have
Yeah, before time runs out, I want some
Yeah.
more. I want to ask at least.
Oh
one
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
question
What's up,
for
though?
y'all.
That's another question.
So you guys are all artists, producers, whatever in this. You guys music, right? So what was your guys' main influences? Because I know it's a different time period than a lot of people now. So I want to hear that for sure.
Like music influence?
Influence in general, like for music and keep you going, like.
I like to say it's hip hop.
Right, yeah, I'm
Well,
not
who, like
a
who,
visual artist nowadays, but I mean, musically, definitely.
like
the
your
golden
influence,
era, you know what I'm
influence,
saying?
like.
Golden era,
Damn, look up to
90s.
that
So the
person,
golden
like-
era goes, what do we say, 88 to 95,
Yeah.
right? And then after that is when you have to go underground, right? So
Oh,
up
did you
to-
say 95?
Yeah, maybe a little
I
before
would
that.
say like the,
95?
like the
That's a
end of the
little-
90s, no?
Gold. Wait, how do they
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But normally when people
Yeah, like
say
90,
this,
99? 99?
98, 99.
The whole
you say
90s.
98.
The whole
90,
90s.
When people make this phrase,
It's the,
like 87 to 98, what do you say, 95, 90? I would say more like 94, 95, but
I would
you guys
think
say late
the
90s?
golden era.
For
True,
sure by
2000
then.
was out.
For sure
No,
by
but there's a
then.
difference between the golden era and we're talking about just like what people would consider hip hop to be like backpack
No,
rap.
I guess the term golden era is what I'm referring to.
golden era
Meaning
is
when it was
more-
still good, when it touched the mainstream.
Oh yeah, in
Ah.
that case I would say ended at 94.
94, right? Yeah, I would go
yeah.
with 93, 94, yeah, something like that.
Hit the
And then
radio.
the backpack era is
Okay.
after
So after that, you
But the
after
backpack
that you
era
had to go
still-
underground.
is still
Wait, so
kinda-
how did
Anything
how did
post that, you had to go underground.
How did that influence you?
Because after
So
that
that's
was
what I
like
would
the New
listen to the
Jack
most.
Swing.
You know what I'm saying? West Coast Underground, turn of the century, R.I.P. fucking Gift of Gab, Pass in 21. That's one of my main influences.
Gift of
Um,
gas? What?
And just all the like West
What was
Coast
his name?
Underground
Gift
dudes
of
from that era, like late 90s to 04.
Black Delicious?
Oh, dude, this dude is like he's one of the best rappers you'll ever fucking see, dude.
Black
This
Delicious.
guy's one of the best rappers you'll ever fucking see. A master of the craft.
All right.
Master of the craft. How about the kids he put on? That Afro kid from Buffalo that works with Raw, R.A. the Rugged Man?
There-
Yeah, that kid's dope. Yeah, he's from Buffalo, yo. Fucking
So you
sick.
fucked with the
Yeah.
community
So-
heavy and stuff?
He's for example, he's influenced via Gift of Gab, and that's just look at the quality that came from that, man. Damn. And you know, I've never fucking at that level of ability, but man, that's what I strived for. He's probably one of my main influences. Or everybody around that era, like you know, Dell, all the fucking you can name them all. You can name them all. You know what I mean?
So he was a dope person overall.
The whole Soul
huh?
Side crew, everybody.
I mean, I could say my first true influence of like deep hip hop, because I mean, at the time I was like listening to the Chronic and all that, and then my boss at the time was tossing out CDs, and he's like, "Hey, yo, check it. You want the CD?" And I'm like, "Gangstar."
Ooh,
What?
Gangstar.
What is this? I'm like, all right, Gangstar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? I'm like, Moment of Truth. What the hell is this?
Ooh, moment of truth.
I threw it on. It was just like I remember the whole trip home on the way on the bus on my little Sony Discman, and it was just like that moment of truth was just like a mad epiphany. It was just like it was a moment,
Ah.
literally a moment of truth. Like
I feel you, man. I had to
like
like
whoa.
fall back in love with hip hop,
And
because
then-
I like stepped away from it for a little while. I remember like mid high school, I felt like there was
Hold on,
nothing
what
good
am I
on. You know what I
doing?
mean? I'm probably making people mad when I say this, but the whole like dominance of the West Side Connection era, Mac 10, all that. To me, that was like the weakest era, dude. That was and it was just the quality was low. The lyrics were simple. I mean, and until I discovered underground, did I fall back in love with hip hop. I remember fucking listening to K Rock and just going to raves and shit. You know what I mean? I fell back in love with hip hop, and it took discovering the underground. Yeah. I used to rap the drum and bass. Don't you realize I'm from that jungle crew? So you talking about that bit about it? Y'all could do that too. That was, I mean, I used to rap on drum and bass before hip hop. I mean, as a kid, I mean, I would play around. I remember me and Kool-Aid trying to make songs. We were like 11.
Kool-Aid.
I mean, me and him grew up some ghetto kids for sure, but I remember I was in love with hip hop at that age.
Kool-Aid,
You know what I
Captain
mean?
Bootleg.
introduction to hip hop. My introduction to hip hop was the track that Karen showed me all those years ago. Come On Feet by Quasimodo. What made me fell in love with hip hop was Umi Said by Mos Def.
Yo.
Now, Now that
Yo,
that
you
that
come out in the video.
so that Umi said is a track by Mos Def.
Oh, it's
You
a
can
track.
see, you
It's
can
a track.
see,
Umi
you can
said?
see fucking Packy Chan in
So-
the video.
Ah.
Yeah. So
I
Mos
heard that
Def
one.
ended up becoming my favorite artist. That's what influenced me, his music. And then my very first hip hop show was with Kale. It's called the Hip Hop for Consciousness in Watts.
Hip hop.
And
out in the video.
and it just happened.
Well, why'd y'all say?
It just happened
Comes out in the video.
that Mos Def was there
Oh shit.
with Talib Kweli as a group called Black Star.
Oh yeah.
That album, a combination with Mos Def, with Kweli and High Tech
on the beat.
and High Tech on the beats. That was the biggest
High Tech.
influence for me as far as falling deeply, deeply in love with hip hop.
That's fucking dope.
Let me just say two, right? One of them, I was in Juvenile Hall,
Oh yeah.
and Black Eyed Peas performed, dog. Changed my life.
And what?
The second
What'd
one,
you
I
say?
got out of Juvenile Hall, and I heard the Most Def
Black
Black
Eyed
on both sides. Changed my life, dog. And after that, hip hop was two different things. And it was like, until now, it's still there. You're like,
Damn.
yeah. So, if you need to rewind that on the video. But those are two things.
Yeah. Yo,
Yeah.
so
Black
so
on
check
both
it out,
sides.
Matchup.
Yeah, he told me that like 4 years ago. I heard it like 3 years ago.
yo,
But I don't think you can understand it now, right?
no, the thing is this, like, it was like the 20th anniversary of that album not too long ago, and they had like a whole panel on it, and it's like all the
20th,
shit.
yeah,
But no,
bro.
trip out on this. For me,
And the
my
Black Star album came out
original,
first, right?
yo, my original album that like really like got me on the vibe was actually a West Coast artist, Sir Mix-a-Lot Swass. And like
What?
my cousin had that shit back in '86, and once I heard the 808 kick drum, like that, boom.
Oh yeah.
And with that song "Posses on Broadway," like, boom, ta 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 ta, boom, boom, ta. My posse's on Broadway, boom, boom. God, I was like, yo, like this shit just was like, I was
Knocking.
like, what
you're
is
like,
this?
shit.
I was only 3, and I was like, yo, this sound, this 808 kick drum, make the girlies get dumb.
Oh,
Yo,
that
that
that's
was
the
it.
song
That
right
was
there.
that was, and then the whole album was actually
like,
That
Back
song's
in
dope
Life.
because, and that album's dope because it feels 88, but it was 91 or 90.
no,
or
no,
something.
it was '86.
Which
Oh,
one?
shit.
Yeah,
Posse's on Broadway is 86?
Swass, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I thought you meant the Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Swass?
Sir Mix-a-Lot Swass album. Yeah.
Oh, it's called Swass, the album.
The
Oh,
album-
okay.
There's actually a song was funny is Sierra sampled it that Don't you wish your girl was
What the
like
fuck?
me? That shit it's a Swass. The title track goes, Don't you wish your boyfriend was Swass like me? Swass. And he was like driving around Cadillacs, gold chains, all that shit, 808 kick drums. It was the most bomb shit. And then me being a kid, hearing it, changed my life. That was like
That song still fucking rocks.
I'm
that
gonna-
whole
I'm gonna need to
album is
Google
fire,
those.
y'all. The Swass album is fire. Seattle, like out of all places, you would never think
They got a handful, huh?
they had Seattle brought it. Sir Mix-a-Lot from Seattle, like that was the shit that really got me into it. And then another one that definitely fucking hit hard, I would say, was the Warren G album, the Regulate, the G-Funk
Ooh.
era. That one because then it was like
92 was the year.
that was a bomb ass like
It's the
production going on.
G-Funk era.
That was the production was fire.
Yeah, that
But you
shit
know
was
what was
crazy.
going on was that his fucking brother left him out and took his fucking
Oh yeah.
his 2 little homies and made a fucking group with the 213, and they ran off without Warren G. So then Warren G wound up getting signed by Russell Simmons.
And he got killed.
No, the G-Funk era was actually with
yo.
Violator, Def Jam. Like it was basically. He knew who was behind the scenes making all the funk, so they actually gave him a budget to
Oh,
get sample clearance. And
shit.
shit
That album
like
was. That first
yeah,
album
that one was actually kind of rare because they literally
And
gave
G
the
Funk's
guy-
not even my thing, but album was ridiculous.
No, but the album because they gave him sample clearance. They gave him enough money to get all
That's
the sample
dope.
clearance. They're like, "Hey, yo, what do you need now? We're
There's
Def
the
Jam, bro.
difference.
Like we got
Yeah.
money. Like
Covered.
unlike your cousins over there, fuck them. Like we're gonna give you the money that you want to do to run with your own shit." And that's how that all happened. And then they in turn made him fucking go behind the scenes for a lot of the Def Jam shit after that. That was like the trade off. He had to
Damn.
like be part of like Def Jam's production team and make sure that everybody had that like sound. Because he was the one who created the sound over here on the West. So he was out there making the shit on the East. And telling like EPMD how to do their shit. I mean everybody like it was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Redman, all that shit was because Warren G was behind the scenes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All that shit. Because they wanted that West Coast sound. and he was the one that was sitting behind the scenes, making sure and consulting and making sure they add that flavor. Same thing with like DJ Quick. People like don't know how much Quick is behind so much shit. Like those two cats are like the OGs that kind of put it down for that sound at that time. Yeah.
Straight childhood. Low in Theory and Midnight Marauder though.
Yo.
Straight childhood.
Midnight Marauders is
Straight childhood. You gotta go there.
Midnight Marauders.
Chief Rocker. That Lords of Underground.
It's one
that
thing
was a
to
dope
hear
one.
it now, but to hear it when it first came out, whoo, I just feel, I feel like damn, some
was
people
ahead
would
of his
never
time,
experience
huh?
that, because it's great music. It stands the time, right? But it's nothing like hearing it for the first time.
Right,
Like,
right.
What the fuck
yeah.
is that?
What is this? Yeah, this music was meant
What
for me.
is this shit? There's nothing like this.
I was meant to listen to this music.
And
right
that's
here.
what kept hip hop alive till this day. So you always gotta give all you people out there that work in music, you gotta give praise to your ancestors, your hip hop ancestors,
Hell yeah.
because they made it possible for you to be here and represent whatever
And
you
when
do.
you get a youth MC and he's motivated as fuck, you gotta show him the roots sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't gotta say you gotta rap like this. You don't gotta tell him that. But a history lesson isn't
Yes.
called.
That's
there.
why when people know me, people who work with me as an engineer, I always share that with them. Like I always, they might have the new current style, but the foundation's always gonna be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always
Yeah.
try to share that with everybody who comes through here for sure, because you can't forget that. You know what I mean? Yes, skis. So I think we're out of time, yo. We're about an
Yeah.
hour into this motherfucker.
Sorry, y'all.
Chilling with the Section 9, y'all. Anything y'all
Sucks it
want to
couldn't be
say?
longer.
Yo, Matt Fit represent. Let them know.
MattFit.org for all your fitness and nutrition needs. Shout out to Kid Icarus. I had a good podcast
Oh
with him
yeah, Kid Icarus in
last
the house.
Saturday.
Like,
We talked hip hop, a lot of fitness and nutrition too.
Shout out
But
Kid
Yes.
Icarus.
that's my specialty.
yeah, and catch Matt Fit on the Mayhems Finest once a
Bad
month.
food.
The
Doing
homie's
that,
always
doing that.
representing.
Gonna have a talk to the trainer once a month. Bring your
Yeah.
questions.
Ooh, true.
If I don't
Questions-
know it, I'll find
Questions,
out.
comments,
Hell yeah.
concerns.
Basics
yeah.
about fitness and nutrition. I got you covered all day.
Matt Fit. Hey, yo, D. Shout out D. What's up, D? When we gonna see that new
Yeah.
strain?
Oh, yeah, that's right. As a matter of fact, we're dropping down today
Oh,
and
yeah.
tomorrow.
Need that herb?
With the Jazz Blaze Farm
Get right.
and the collaboration with McDouglas Farms. Trademark coming in soon this summer. And we just bringing that fresh, no GMO, with the love soiled out,
Oh,
all
yeah.
good Shabinsky
Massaged?
strains. We got the Pure Kush, we got the Killer Cake, and we got the Gelato 47.
Gelato
And,
47.
AK-47.
and just
It just
each
happens.
one
47 is my lucky number.
finest wine.
How do we find the
boutique.
how do we find the weed?
We're gonna drop a contact on the Mayhem
Oh
website.
yeah, I'm gonna share that. Y'all.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Just text over to the contact with your orders. And
And
then,
identification.
yeah. Well, I'm like in and out, like I ain't got too much on the menu, but everything on the menu is fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so look towards the Mayhem and also on the Packy Chan podcast for the contact.
420.
On 420.
Oh, yeah.
Passing it off, speaking about 420, pass it off to the brother Packy.
Shout out
Yo,
Doug D.
if you don't know me, then fucking Google me, because I will pop the fuck up on
Oh
Google.
yeah, I like that energy.
Nah, Packy Chan. Just fucking
How
Google
do you
me,
spell
dude.
it? Nah.
P-A Key Chan. No. P-A-C-K-Y-C-H-A-N.
Boom is gonna pop
Packy
up
Chan.
here, y'all.
But go on IG and follow the fucking the Packy Ganja show.
Follow
It's
that,
THEPACKN_C Ganja show. Anyways, fucking every Wednesday, Packy Ganja show, superaudionetwork.com.
Yo,
Like
tap in,
homie
tap
said,
in.
we're gonna have him as our special guest on 420. Make sure you tune the fuck in 7 p.m. superaudionetwork.com. Fuck it. And if you guys need any weed, hit me up.
Oh yeah.
Yo. Brahman, Project Mayhem. You know how we do it. We'll be back. Thank you, Section 9. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate you guys, man. There's a
Hell
bunch of
yeah.
us, and we grown men, so it's hard to get everybody together.
For real. Just
I hope
missing
this is
one.
not the last, but I appreciate you brothers coming through. Project Mayhem, you know me, Rhyme and Raw Master. Catch us. Coming soon, podcast. So you'll see all these episodes for
Yes, sir.
showsies.
Bands on the beat, bands on the
Bands.
beat.
Thank you, dog. Appreciate you,
Bands,
motherfucker.
you know where to find me. Powered by Bands. You need beats, you know that. Studio time, you know that. Shout out to the whole Mayhem family and the founders right here, the Mount Rushmore of the Mayhem. Take a picture real quick. Take a picture real quick. All right, yeah, all right. Picture. But we still got one more right here. About to shout himself out.
Yeah. Yo, it's the unseen but wild heard, but not seen by your naked eye, but by your third. Yeah, you better pay attention and observe, cause I roll it up and grind it up just like it was the herb. Pass it like it was a noun, syllable, and verb. Everybody know exactly how it goes, kick it to the curb. That's the way it gets served, like a fat sack like that all across the map, no matter where you at. Yo, we're putting it down from town to town, cause yo, we world renowned. Keep it drip on the motherfucking type tip when it comes to the shit. Everybody wanna rip when it comes with the hip and the hop. It don't stop with the K off the top, and it came to drop
yeah.
like a anvil with the fire at will type of skill. That's the way we come through. You better chill.
Yeah, that was our
Yeah.
first freestyle out here. No, that's not the first.
Hey, yo,
that's
yo,
not the first.
bruh, bruh, bruh,
But
bruh.
that shit was hard. Yeah.
Lot of mercy.
And that's Kill.
Oh, you
Where
can
can we
find me
find you?
across the motherfucking world, yo. Doing my thing, smoking weed, you know. All over the world, yo.
All right. Thank you guys. Shout
Maybe
out
you
Clash
can.
on the camera. Shout out Clash.
Maybe you
Shout out
can.
John in the building. Shout out everyone else watching. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so we out of here, man. Clash, thank you, dog.
We outta
Appreciate
here.
you on the cam. Always
Tune
supporting
in
us.
next time.
John 2 times coming soon. Project Mayhem, Mayhem's finest banner. Everybody out there, peace out. Shasta, gonna make it,
Tune
brother.
in.
Always. We out of here. Next time.
Tune
Peace.
in. I need a piece so bad. Oh my goodness. Fuck.